with good pace. And we'll start off today's program by introducing to you Mr. Michael Dunn, President of the Concord School Board.
Good morning, and I'd like to welcome all of you back to a new school year. And this year is special for us, at least the beginning of the year is special for us, because we have a special person, or a regular person, who has become nationally known because the rest of the country has found out what we've known all along, that she is special. And she's married, and frankly, I knew her husband many years before I knew this individual. And I met him the other day, and I congratulated him on his wife's success, and I also congratulated him on the book that he indicated in the paper he was going to write, The Space Husband's Breakfast, and he looked at me. And he looked at me very seriously and he said, "You know, Snickers has been long overlooked as a breakfast cereal." I had that in mind about 2 weeks ago when we went to, if you can believe this, the entire school board had a retreat for 2 days. And we had a moderator who, between fights, was telling us how to get along with one another. And it occurred to me at that time that vodka has been long overlooked as a breakfast drink. In any event, I have one of the greatest pleasures that I've ever had. That shows you that my life has been pretty dull. And that is that the school board, I noticed Christa downstairs was, I didn't know, somebody told me, actually, I was too busy eating, that she was signing autographs for people. So we did something entirely different, and I'm very happy to say that we did. And that is the school board got together. I say it wasn't my idea, it was Mrs. Lonigan's idea. And with our budget, probably purchased on credit, a gift for Christa. And I'd like to ask Christa if she would want. Now, this gift, we hope, is going to be more than symbolic, although it is symbolic. And it is a pad. See how rich it looks? I don't know. We've got her initials on it so no other space people can steal it. And inside, this is what it says. This is supposed to be gripping and moving. It says, "Reach for the stars and have a wonderful year. Ask Christa McAuliffe." Now comes the part I like. As Christopher was giving out autographs, this is our opportunity for the school board and myself to give our autograph to Christa. We all sign it. Congratulations, and I hope you have a wonderful year. You certainly have made us all very proud.
Thank you.
Folks, vaudeville is not dead. But I won't repeat that. I would like to introduce right now Donald Brennan, a member of our staff, and I understand representing the president of the CAA.
Thank you, Ms. Foley. Obviously, we can tell this is not a negotiations year from Mr. Dunn's remarks. We look forward to next September's remarks. They should be quite interesting as well. I'm here representing your President, Dave Staples. As your Vice President, Dave was in the hospital for a short stay. He is gone home, and I saw him Sunday in the hospital. He was leaving Monday, and he should be back in school next Monday, so we regret that he's not here. I particularly regret he's not here. But he should be back in full force on Monday. I'd like to welcome you back to school. Some of you from the beaches, some of you from the golf courses, some of you from the factories. I in particular would like to welcome the 35 new staff members, and I would like to indicate to you that you have close to 300 Concord Education Association members who are around you, and I'm more than willing to help you out as you start off in your new environment. We feel that the CEA has made Concord and helped make Concord the finest school district in the state of New Hampshire, and we look forward to having you join us as a member of the CEA. I had the opportunity, along with Dave, this end of June and early part of July, of representing you at the National Education Association Convention in Washington. And it was there that I first developed the excitement of knowing Christa as far as being a teacher now is concerned. The last time Christa and I met before Washington was sitting in a hospitality meeting in Dave Coffey's room, sitting at a little desk joking around. The next time I saw Christa was at the Washington Convention Center before 7,500 delegates from all across the country. The excitement that was shown there, the looks, the goosebumps, the pride that the state of New Hampshire, as well as the entire country, have in Christa and the other finalists was evident. It was an exciting time for us, and it was there that all of a sudden it hit me that, wow, she really could be part of history, and it looks like she's going to be. We're very proud of Christa. We're proud of her as a teacher. We're proud of her as a person. Proud of her as a member of Concord. We have a gift for her to help show our pride in her. And Christa, if you come up. This is a gift from the Concord Education Association, and it indicates our pride in you. We wish you the best trip possible. Good luck and Godspeed.
And now, representing the CAA is Mark Roth, one of my assistants here at Concord High School, who is representing our president, who is also ill this morning, Bob Munson.
Thank you. I want to let you know it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure being affiliated with a school district and a town, which is Concord. It's always been a place where I felt a great deal of pride. And this year, all of the other things gone before it, the capstone of the year was Christa being chosen as the first civilian in space. It's, well, vaudeville's dead, but we are really proud, and I have a gift here for you. It's wrapped a lot nicer than the other gifts. And all of our members signed it.
By the way, Phil Paskowitz, new member. Next person on the program is Bob.
you, Charlie. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. I'd like to make a special welcome to the new staff members to the school district. You'll find this a supportive community and school board and a great staff to work with. I think you'll find this a very supportive program. Thank you very much.
And with added pleasure, I introduce to you our leader of this school district, Mr. McAuliffe, Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you, Mr. Foley. I had a chance to speak to some NASA people this summer, and I asked them what took them so long to hire Christa. It gave a lot of credibility to our employment practices. It took me a lot less time to hire her than it did them. It's been real exciting. Thanks, Christa. But there are a lot of other things that have happened last year. Yes, this is big, and we'll get back to it for a minute, but I want to recognize some other people who have done some outstanding things and have been so noted and recognized by the various departments or various things in the state. I hope I've not left anyone out. If I have, please stand up and tell me. You know, if you really want to know how important this lady is, they're landing the Challenger right now. Probably right now. This lady probably had a time so it happened while we're doing this. Art Educator of the Year last year was Phoebe Ann Boucher. Phoebe, would you please stand up? Second year in a row, second place in the President's Excellence in Teaching Math program, Art Jackson. Runner-up for Industrial Arts Teacher of the Year, Bill McNamee. New Hampshire Granite State Reading Council Teacher of the Year, Clara DiGilio. New Hampshire Guidance Counselor of the Year, Julie Burnham. Elementary Guidance Counselor of the Year, Jan Wiley. New Hampshire Teacher of the Year, Doc Richard Blanchard. And Tom Herbert, in USA Today, one of the top 10 teachers in the country. I didn't know about that, I just found that out. That's what I got it from. Today's edition, super, congratulations, Tom. A reporter asked if Christa was going to come back to teaching, and I said to Christa after, you know, I thought no, because there'd be an awful lot of opportunities that Christa's going to have. Christa said, Mark, you're wrong. I am coming back. I said, that will be my answer from now on. You are coming back. And that is my answer. She is coming back. But just in case it's foggy out, too cloudy, or whatever, we, Bob, Larry, White, Assistant Superintendent, and I decided to do something so that we can be sure that Christa finds her way back. Bob, would you please get up? You have to study this every day, Christa. You have to get to know what it looks like so you can make it back. With that, we hope you will be. Last year we started on a roll. Christa's naming just kind of, as Mark Roth pointed out, made a capstone on it. All of you are prohibited from stopping our roll. We have to continue successful this year. I wish you all the very best year, and our love and best wishes for Christa. Christa has promised to say a few words to our audience. Christa. Mr. Who?
Obviously, I'm delighted to be here. I wasn't sure when I got my first schedule from NASA that I was going to be able to do that. And I had already talked to Mr. Foley, and I went down to Washington, D.C., and the commander, Dick Scobie, said, "We're expecting one the 1st of September. I said, "I can't do it." I said, "I've got to go to school." And he very nicely listened to my reasons and said, "Well, the 9th, we'll do it on the 9th. I said, "All right." I also thank everybody for the gifts. They're wonderful, and they are especially meaningful because we have a tradition in my household, and it's called Junk Day. And every Labor Day, there are 3 fathers who take their children out, and they do whatever the kids want to do, and they eat whatever the kids want to eat for the whole day. They go on water slides and play miniature golf. They do all the fun things in life. And in the flurry of Junk Day, and it was my birthday yesterday, my husband forgot. So I'm really excited that I'm getting some presents to open. I wanted to tell you a little bit about what I'm going to be doing in the next few months, and hopefully everybody's going to be watching out when I go up on the shuttle on the 22nd of January. I'm going to be teaching some lessons from the shuttle, and it was very important when 114 teachers went down to Washington, D.C., that the focus be on education. Yes, we were going to be getting a new perspective. Yes, we were going to be getting a wonderful ride in the shuttle. And yes, we'd be traveling around the country. But the reason that we were being chosen was because we were teachers. And teachers were recognized nationally as good communicators. And they were recognized nationally as people who everybody could relate to. And that was very important to all of us. So we talked about what we would be able to do as a contribution. I didn't want to go up in the shuttle and have somebody say, "Oh, look, there's that teacher over there in the corner. What are we going to do with her now?" You know? And I wanted to be accepted by the crew. So we talked about it and decided that a teacher should be teaching, and that's what I'm going to be doing. The 10 of us met a couple weeks ago in Washington, and we designed 3 lessons. One's going to be observing the Earth from space. It's going to be about a 15-minute lesson. We tried to figure out what could capture kindergarten kids up through 12th graders, and we needed to do that. So we decided that observing the Earth is something that is just so filled with wonder, and it would be fun for me if I could be able to pick out some things like storms or things like that and show the kids the continents as I was going over them. So that's going to be one of the lessons. The second lesson is going to be a mini field trip through the shuttle. Since Mr. Foley knows how good I am on field trips, we decided we would do a field trip through, that must be Chris McAuliffe. No. So I'm going to be doing a little field trip through the shuttle, showing everybody exactly what happens. You know, how do you wash your hands? You know, what happens when you pull out the drawer where all your clothes are? I mean, obviously they have to be anchored somehow because everything's going to take off otherwise in a weightless environment. So that's going to be the second one. And then the third lesson is going to be, why are we in space? I have heard a lot of strange comments ever since I was chosen, like how many stops does the shuttle make? Bring me back a moon rock, you know, things like that. And I thought that this is a good opportunity to get everybody involved in exactly what the shuttle does. It's not up as high as when people went to the moon and you could see the Earth as this nice globe there. You can't do that. I'm going to be approximately 200 miles up, and yes, it's high, but it's still going to take 90 minutes every time we go around the Earth. So I won't be seeing the whole thing at any time. And we wanted people to know what experiments are going on board. The students' experiments are up there. Medical discoveries are taking place. There are breakthroughs in the technological fields. Velcro was discovered for space. I mean, there's so many things that are going on that I don't even know about, and I'm going to have to find out about to tell people. There are 2 satellites that are going to be launched on my mission, and that's part of what, why are we in space. One of them is going to be a big communication satellite to help everybody. So those are the 3 lessons. Now I'm also going to be doing 5 demonstrations. And we decided that we would pick out things that students could do back in the classroom and then see what the difference is in a weightless environment. For example, mixing 2 substances that normally can't be mixed, like for example oil and water, and seeing what happens in space. Trying to pour water. If you pour your milk into your cereal, what happens if you try to do that in space? You know, will it come out of the vial, or will it just stay in there? Do I have to, you know, will it all dissipate into the air? Will it stay on, any of it stay on the cereal? Those are the types of things that we're hoping to do so that students will be able to get a little bit of a participation. And Channel 12, I believe in Concord, is going to help for the school district. They're going to key into the NASA Select channel, and hopefully everybody will be able to pick up the 3 lessons, and then when I get back and get the 5 demonstrations scripted, I think one has to do with simple machines, another one is on magnetism. Those things will be available to all the schools. So hopefully getting as many teachers and students involved as possible. One of the things I was really surprised about after I met the 114 teachers and we started talking about space in general was that there are so many people in the industry, working in the industry. At Johnson Space Center, there's over 10,000 people employed down there, just at Johnson. And I thought in my own classroom and how I try to talk about careers and try to get kids ready, and I don't deal with space. I mean, I deal with it as a historian, and we mentioned some of the landmarks. But that's where these kids are going to be going. The space station is going to be up in 1990. And if you think of what technology has done since Alan Shepard made that first flight, and now the shuttle is going up almost monthly, it's going to be a space age, and the kids really need to get ready for that. So I'm hoping that this pulls them in a little bit. If this is the hook,